Abraham Lincoln was first president of United States of America killed. He was 16th president and belonged to National Union Party. Lincoln was assassinated by John Wilkes Booth, a well-known actor and Confederate sympathizers, while watching a play called Our American Cousin at Ford Theater in Washington. Booth attack, just days after the Confederate surrender in the Civil War, was part of a larger plot that included attempts to assassinate Vice President Andrew Johnson and Secretary of State William Seward. William McKinley killed in 1901. He was 25th President of United States of America, belonged to Republican Party. President McKinley was shot and killed by anarchist Leon Zalgas in Buffalo, New York. Theodore Roosevelt assassination attempted in 1912. Like Trump, Teddy Roosevelt was running for the White House as a former president, belonged to Republican Party when he was shot in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The bullet, which remained lodged in his chest for the rest of his life, was slowed by the folded 50-page speech and steel eyeglass case in his breast pocket. Famously, Roosevelt decided to deliver his scheduled speech despite being shot. Franklin D. Roosevelt was 32th President of United States of America, injured in Florida, belonged to Democratic Party. As President-elect, Roosevelt was the target of an assassination attempted 8 Miami, Florida. He was unharmed, but Chicago Mayor Anton Carmack was killed in the attack. John F. Kennedy was 35th President of United States of America, belonged to Democratic Party. He killed in 1963, riding in his motorcade with his wife Jackie. President Kennedy was assassinated in Dallas, Texas, by Lee Harvey Oswald. The Warren Commission investigating the assassination concluded in 1964 that Lee Harvey Oswald, a former Marine who had lived in the Soviet Union, had acted alone. Robert F. Kennedy belonged to Democratic Party in 1968. President John F. Kennedy, brother Robert, who was running for the Democratic presidential nomination, was shot and killed at the Ambassador Hotel in Los Angeles, California. The assassination had a profound impact on the 1968 presidential race and occurred just 2 months after the killing of civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr., adding to the political turmoil of the late 1960s.
Robert F. Kennedy in 1968, brother of President John F. Kennedy. Robert was running for the Democratic presidential nomination, was shot and killed at the Ambassador Hotel in Los Angeles, California. The assassination has a profound impact on the 1968 presidential race and occurred just 2 months after the killing of civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr., adding to the political turmoil of the late 1960s. George Wallace in 1972, while campaigning for the Democratic presidential nomination, Wallace was shot 4 times and paralyzed for life at a shopping mall in Laurel, Maryland. The assassination attempt on Wallace, who was known for his segregationist views and populist appeal, highlighted the ongoing political tension in the US and potential for domestic violence in the Vietnam War era.